Hi guys, today I wanted to make a video to talk to you about my new Patreon page, which by the time I upload this video, the page has already been launched for you guys to have the opportunity to become patrons for my for like helping me with my for helping me continue to make reaction videos and other creative content. So this has been quite a debate. I've been like debating amongst myself about whether to really create a Patreon page, because I know a lot of other creators, a lot of other YouTubers create these Patreon pages to support, to allow their subscribers to support them with creating creative content. But I needed like specific, I needed like good enough reasons, and um now I have. So firstly, I just wanted to, I mean, I'm sure you already know, but if you don't know, so my father unfortunately passed away in December, and that has left me and my mum. It's just me and my mum at home. We've been financially struggling a bit at the moment. It's fine, but unfortunately something else has happened, and I'm not taking a part-time job at the moment. I am looking for a part-time job, but that's not always going to cut it, unfortunately. Bills, TV license, Sky bills, and the fact that I'm doing video online content, which basically I have to use like camera equipment. I have to buy camera equipment in order to make these videos, and that does cost a lot of money. So the webcam that I'm using at the moment, although it's fine for now, it is malfunctioning a bit slowly. So it does malfunction after like using it for like 6 to 9 months. So that would mean I have to constantly change my camera equipment, so my webcam, and if I need to change something else, I would. So that does cost money. So just a disclaimer. These anime reactions will always, at all times, be free and available for everyone. So don't worry about having to pay to watch anime reactions. That will never happen. I promise you from the bottom of my heart, that will never happen. Reactions will always be available, so on my channel for free. It's just that I create this Patreon to for you guys to help me continue with these anime reactions. So, like I said, camera equipment costs money, as well as my actual novel project that I'm doing. So if you didn't know already, to be honest, I've been very secretive about this, but I did mention it in a video like 2 or so months ago, that I am currently writing my own novel, and it's going to be a novel series. So I thought this would be like great for Patreon, for you guys to support me if you want to. Um, so this novel, when it comes to writing books, even though I'm going the traditional publishing route, which will basically like the cost of like actually publishing the book, the cover design, that's all going to be paid by the publishing house. But there's not always a guarantee that I'm actually going to find a publishing deal. There's not always going to be a guarantee that I'm going to get a traditional publishing deal. Um, but I will always be very determined to find one, because I really want to go through this route rather than going for self-publishing, which costs a lot more money. Self-publishing usually is a lot more expensive than traditional publishing, because with self-publishing you would have to basically do the book formatting, the cover design, the writing, editing, etc., all by yourself. So that would cost a lot more money. Of course, there are services that help you out with the printing and stuff, but that would overall cost you a lot more money than the traditional publishing route. However, when it comes to traditional publishing, obviously every novel or every book they make has to be professionally edited before it gets finally published. Now, I'm good with my grammar. I'm good with, I mean, I'm pretty good with my grammar, but when it comes to like plot and characters and stuff, this is going to be my debut novel, and every novelist, regardless of experience, will need to have professional editing for that novel. That way it becomes, hopefully, I mean, everyone has their own opinions about novels, but hopefully that novel gets touched up more, becomes a really like well written novel. That's what I hope to achieve anyway, and that would greatly help with a professional editing service of a novel critique. So a novel critique is basically a professional editor critiquing the manuscript of the novel and giving me feedback on the plot, the characters, the character development, grammar, I guess. But that's novel critique is mainly to do with the actual story and the character development, whereas the line editing is to do with like the word choices you make and the sentence structure. So novel critiques is looking at the big picture of the novel, whereas the line edits would be looking at the word by word, like what kind of sentences and dialogue you use for each character, whether it really suits their voice. Um, the reason why I'm telling you this is that it costs so much money for those kind of services. But don't worry, I'm not like saying that you have to fund all of that or anything. No, it's just to like help me just partially, just a little bit of funding regarding that. But that's just a long-term goal though. So I'm mainly just I mean, I'm not expecting you guys to give like $10 or something like that. Just $2 a month is absolutely fine. That would be an absolute help in like affording better camera equipment as the years go by, because as I said, sometimes the cameras that I've been using, they do malfunction after like 9 months of use, and that's kind of not that long. So and there's also another reason, and this is what really triggered me to make this Patreon page. So I just received some devastating news yesterday regarding my bank account. So some bitch ass, unfortunately stole some money from my account. So I tried to resolve that problem yesterday with my bank, but unfortunately my bank refused to refund that money. So basically I'm very short on cash now. So that's another reason why I really like I had to make a Patreon page. And I, you know, like if I was to get a part-time job, would that really cut it? Because I'm a full-time university student. I do need time to make anime reactions. I'm doing this for your enjoyment. So if you were to help me with just $2 per month, you can always cancel. It's like there's no obligation on your part to like continuously give money. There's no obligation whatsoever on that. You can always cancel your pledge to give something. So now I'm gonna talk about the actual rewards, because there will be rewards for each pledge you make. So if you go for $2 per month, you will get a shout out on video. And yeah, I think that's the only one. I'll put the description here if there's more to it than that, but I think for $2 per month I made the deal that I will give you a shout out on video. and my eternal thanks and gratitude. You will help me continue to make anime reactions, afford better camera equipment, and helping me to like fund the novel project that I just talked about, and helping me and my mom as well, technically, to support ourselves with bills and stuff. So the $5 per month one, you get not only a shout out, but you also will uh, be allowed to like give me your social media accounts for me to promote. So if you've got like a little business or a YouTube channel and you have like active, like you don't necessarily have to like make videos. Like if you make blog posts about stuff, I can actually give you a shout out on video about that, about your blog post, about your blog or your website or your YouTube channel if you have one. So yeah, you get promoted. Um, if you get the $10, if you do the $10 pledge, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Any pledge that is given, you get my eternal gratitude and thanks. For the $10 one, this is where the incentives get a lot bigger. Once I actually published my novel, I don't know, because this is gonna take a long time. Just so you know, this whole novel project is going to take a few years to finally like publish, because the traditional publishing route, it takes time to edit, format, and publish the novel, because there's like these processes within the publishing companies where they discuss and edit the novel, etc etc. So it's going to take time, but you will get a free ebook of the actual novel itself. So my promise to you is, if you at least give $10, you will get a free ebook once my novel is published. So you get to read something for your own enjoyment, as well as getting more anime reactions and more quadruple anime reactions. So if I get enough, if I reach a particular goal like $50, I will try to make more quadruple reactions rather than triple reactions for your enjoyment. So yeah, that's for like the $2 and $5 pledges. If a lot of people do that, I will think about doing more quadruple reactions rather than triple reactions, although it really depends on my time. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, for the bigger pledges, like the $20 and the $50 pledges, just want to say that you will get a free signed paperback copy of my novel once it does get published. So I will be mailing to you. So you will have to provide your shipping address. For me, for like, but this is going to take a few years, by the way. As I said, so the novel, once it does get published, I will send a signed, so I will sign it, a paperback version of the novel, and send it to you. And you know, I mean, if you particularly like reading and fantasy adventure, if you want, I know it's a lot, it might seem like a lot of money, but to be honest, you can cancel anytime and you will still receive the reward. And just wanted to make a disclaimer that I will never ever disclose your address to anyone. I think you might be able to give a PO box, or you can just like message me if you do have a PO box instead of an address. So just let me know. But I will never give out your address to anyone. That will always be confidential between us two. You have my word on that. In fact, I'll chidori anyone if they dare to give your address away, because that's messy. But you can trust me on that. You have my word. So for the $20 one, you get a free signed paperback copy and you get social media promotions as well. The $10 one, you get social media promotions as well. Basically, for all of them, you get social media promotions for the pledges. So for the $50 one, you not only get a free signed paperback copy, but you also will get a novel themed bookmark. So the bookmark will feature, probably will feature the actual book cover on that bookmark, as well as a postcard being sent to you, as well as another piece of merchandise. I don't know what that will be. That's for the future for me to think about. So that's going to take some time to finally like give you that reward. But don't worry, guys, I will never forget any of the patrons that do become patrons, because I will keep a track, I will keep a list of all the patrons throughout these next 2 or 3 years, so that I can get back to you and ship you, if you do go for the higher pledges, that I will give you a paperback copy. For the $50 one, you not only get a free signed copy, a postcard, a bookmark that's novel themed, by the way, and a postcard that is also novel themed. You will also get another piece of merchandise, don't know what that is yet, as well as a personalized letter from me saying a huge thank you, a huge entire gratitude and thank you from me, probably written on the book, I'm not sure, but yeah, so yeah, but honestly, like, just $2 a month is absolutely fine, and you can cancel anytime. There's no obligation on your part to stick to like throughout the whole year or something. No obligation whatsoever, and um, so yeah, this is like the reasons that I stated at the beginning are reasons why I had to think about making a Patreon page. Um, it's not easy, like, being poor, and I don't like talking personal. But my mom's just a housewife, so she can't actually work, and she's not entirely fluent in English. One day she hopes to work, but at the moment she can't, and I can't. I mean, I'm trying to look for a part-time job, but there's just like no guarantee. It's really hard sometimes to find a part-time job, and also be able to support your mum as well, who's also on a low income. So yeah, don't feel obligated to like be a patron. I'm only like making this video if you wish to support me. If you do support me, you actually help me continue with making more anime reactions. Otherwise, I don't want to be in a situation where all this camera equipment is making me use up so much of my money, and then I'm like, how am I supposed to make reactions anymore because of this, when I really really enjoy reacting, and you guys seem to enjoy it as well. And this is just to help me a bit, so that's all there is to it, and I really hope you understand. um and yeah, that's all I have to say. So the link is in the description to the actual Patreon page, and just have just read it properly, understand what each reward is, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So stay tuned for more.